Hello, welcome to my presentation on the presence in online learning environments. With all of my courses and all of my presentations, I try to include an outline of what will be presented throughout the presentation versus just trying to give students objectives. So for today's presentation, we will be looking at defining what it means to be present in the classroom in an online setting. We will look at the importance of promoting presence. We will be looking at considerations for faculty and students in the online classroom, and we will conclude with some highlighted points. There is currently a plethora of different definitions that attempt to define a standard of the concept of social presence in the online learning environment. Steen and Wainstreet encourage reflection on experiences and past experiences in online settings. My personal thoughts on being present include a consistent interaction of instructors with peers, frequent videos from the instructor, whether they are checking in or providing clarification of content, and personalized messages to students from the instructor. As a student, this allows me to feel some type of connection and not like I am just another number or just another student of the many that instructors may be teaching in a given semester. According to Garrison 2020 and Steen and Wainstreet 2017, the community of inquiry model influences the awareness in an online learning environment. The model considers the cognitive awareness of how to build and sustain learning experiences in an online setting, and it influences the ability of the course design and facilitation in an online setting. The model assumes that learning is a collaborative process, and it includes the interaction of three different elements. The three different elements have been identified as social presence, teaching presence, and cognitive presence. Steen and Wainstreet 2017 explain that social presence is the ability of learners to project their personal characteristics to others through affective, interactive, and cohesive talk. Teaching presence it considers course design and course facilitation. It also includes direct instructional aspects. Cognitive presence is the meaning making, and it looks at how it is sustained throughout the course of the class, and considers communication. And the communication is said to need to explore certain topics, integrate information, and result in a resolution of that given topic. It is important to remember that students do not want to feel alone. They need the interaction and the engagement, and they want to know that there is someone behind that computer screen. The presence must support learning and should be interpersonal, open, and cohesive. Effective online teaching can be achieved through embracing an experiential learning approach. This can be done through experiences of clinical rotations, small group discussions, team-based approaches such as debates or presentations, and individual reflections. Steen and Wainstreet identify that it is important to set the bar prior to and during the first week of class, setting the bar for communication and presence. So this typically includes the instructor posting a syllabus for the course. Now, with the recommendations in the literature, it is recommended to post it before the course begins. For some of us, we have certain learning management systems that do not allow us to open the course until midnight, immediately before the start date. But if we run into this situation, it is recommended that we email the syllabus to our students a couple of days before, and that identifies that number one, we care, and number two, we are trying to establish that connection, and we want them to have the tools for success. The literature also suggests that welcome videos be used, videos on how to navigate the course, links to contact faculty and make appointments, and discussion boards be used. Discussion boards can be used for questions and clarifications. They can also be continued to be used throughout the course and have a focus for each module or of content that is covered. Student-instructor interactions, as identified by Nielsen and Goodson 2018, are essential. They produce positive outcomes. Interactions should have a clear purpose and should be valuable for the students. Students should not feel like something is invaluable or a waste of their time. They should also be organized and bonus points for a personalized introduction. These can all directly impact the student's perception of the instructor being present and directly affect their learning outcomes. Using a flipped classroom approach can also be beneficial when it comes to promoting significant learning in an online setting. Nielsen and Goodson 2018 and Rim and Hahn 2020 say that these have a strong influence in student learning when they are used correctly and not just as a means of an instructor not wanting to teach the content. When used effectively and appropriately, flipped classrooms, even in the online environment, can promote interaction, encourage engagement, and provide for feedback and clarification, all which provide significant learning experiences for the students. Online learning environments can sometimes lack the personal connection and lead to poor learning outcomes for some students. Nielsen and Goodson 2018 and O'Callaghan 2018 discussed the use and importance of discussion boards in online learning to promote connection, interaction, and clarification of student learning. Discussion boards are crucial for student engagement in content that is being presented. They allow for exchanges of images, visual text, presentations, and videos to provide connections for learners and address different learning styles. O'Callaghan 2018 encourages the use of icebreakers as a way to promote presence. Icebreakers can put students in the hot seat as well as the instructor in a positive way. They promote learning and they allow for both the instructor and students to be real in their active discussions and videos. For example, the use of a discussion board for icebreakers, use of YouTube videos, video notes, and polling surveys have all been shown to be beneficial. Nielsen and Goodson 2018 and Steen and Wainstreet 2017 explained the benefits of video feedback among students and instructors. It goes on to say that it allows them to be personal and not just to go through the motions. It provides opportunities to initiate and grow connections, which aid in the learning process. An example that was presented are weekly check-ins, personalized video responses to discussions or questions posed by individual students, video responses to emails rather than a generalized response, and especially if clarifications and learning are being made or requested. Nielsen and Goodson 2018 recommend the use of student content interaction to promote the presence in the online environment. Interactions are said to pave the way for successful learning. Providing opportunities for students to interact with the content through diverse technologies can be a strategic method to encourage engagement and promote meaningful learning. Examples of the diverse technologies could include virtual labs, e-textbooks, publisher resources, and many more. Establishing presence in the online classroom is a shared responsibility of both the faculty and the learners. For students, communication and interaction are important. Students need to be afforded opportunities for social engagement with their peers, and they should take advantage of it. The interaction and engagement should occur between students and their instructors, and it is deemed important for their success. Students need to know they have support from their instructor, whether it is a question in regards to the assignment, clarification of learning, or a recommendation for help. Students who feel supported in their learning experience are shown to be successful in the online environment. Engagement is crucial. Students must be engaged to promote significant learning. Engagement through discussion, live videos, or chats and learning activities are just a few examples. On the faculty side, faculty need to be present. They should set the standard in week 1 and continue through the end of class. Presence through welcome videos, weekly updates, virtual live appointments through video conferencing platforms, and interactive feedback is important for students and faculty to establish and maintain a connection which is needed in the learning process. Role modeling is also very important. Faculty should model the professional nurse through their behavior. They should remain respectful and professional, demonstrate caring attitudes, and set an example of supportive, committed, instructor. Competency in the learning management system and/or e-learning resources is mandatory. If faculty are not competent and do not understand the ins and outs of the learning management system in which they are presenting their online class, students will be affected, their learning process will be effective, outcomes will not be met, and overall learning may not occur. So, in conclusion, presence in the online learning environment is essential for both students and faculty. There are many ways to promote the presence in the online classroom. It's important to establish a connection. Students and faculty have a shared responsibility in promoting presence, and presence in the online setting encourages better learner outcomes. And these are my references.